I was like, what is this conversation going on?
That's it. Can we delete the last 5 seconds?
It's like do you need me to? I can go back and edit that out.
All I need is somebody to be like, "Oh, let's pick up this Oakley brick." Oh.
Yeah.
Well, now we are live.
I don't think there's enough people watching.
I know Brom's on. You never know.
Yeah, he's the one that said we were late.
We got 9 people going.
Did it drop to 4?
How did that happen?
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Old Gray Brick. It is a messy Thursday because that ended weird. Because we're getting ready for a show, and I ain't got time for nothing. So, hello, everybody in the chat. Brom is here.
That's Dr. Brom to you.
Dr. Brom, evil genius. I mentioned Dr. Brom, the evil genius, to someone just a little bit ago. So he is secretly plotting against us. Brom is here. Pink Wheels is in the chat, not with us. Moto is here. Battery Powered Bricks is here. Hello, hello. Stever is here. Stever, it feels like we should be planning a weekend over in your state, but your state canceled its trip here, so you know.
Hey, I've been yapping at Stever to come over here, but he don't want.
Why, Stever? Why not come here?
Yeah.
Hello all. Yeah, you should bring the fam over and come hang out with us. It'd be amazing. Although it's on the other side of Atlanta now, so that's an extra 2 hours for your driving.
It's not that far.
You stop over at my house.
That's right.
Play with Small Paul.
See right there. There's a way station.
Look,
is there a Buc-ee's though? That's the real question.
I finished my part of. I'm almost finished my building. Look.
Nice.
Ooh. The burger
spaceship.
La 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 la.
Yeah, that doesn't look like a spaceship.
La la la. It's the same. It's the burger from the poster that's on the monster truck thing. So this is the monster truck guy. He's got his own.
You're plagiarizing the monster.
Yes, I plagiarized the monster. So I just took we took the burger off of the truck and mimicked the colors. So I don't know if the zoom will work on this or not, but there is the burger on the little. I don't know if you can zoom in on this, eh?
Oh, sorry, eh?
Beauty. You can't see it. So there's a monstery little burger on there.
It's focusing on your lovely beard.
I know it should. And then that's so we I just mimicked him on there. So there you go. So blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so yeah. So I'm now working on the building next to it, which will be an arcade. It's going to be an old rundown like bank building or something like that with that arcade stuffed in it, which I'm sure won't tell the story, but I don't care.
Chris is building modulars.
I'm building modulars. It is a very disturbing universe.
Well, I am slightly violating the rules and bringing the billboard to put on top of my restaurant that has the space advertisement on it.
Well, that's fine. That's fine.
You should make a little thing that says "Coming to ABC."
I should bring the other billboards.
You should.
2 other ones.
Oh, yeah. That would mean you would come to the event, and that would be cool too.
Are they actually constructed as billboards, or are they just wires lying in a box?
They're wires in a box. Are you talking about this weekend or next weekend?
This weekend.
I'm here. I'm going to get my space billboard.
Space.
Those billboards are so nice. I really wish I had picked up one at that show.
Yeah, I thought I was going to pick one up too, and then somebody bought them all.
Yeah, I missed it.
And now he's not making them. Is that right? He's not making.
They were the last. It was because he got some kind of cease and desist from Lego or something.
He got a spank on the finger. Don't do that.
You got to knock it off.
You want out? Do you want to say hi?
Hi.
I have
Dana's talking to invisible people again.
Well, I have 4 and possibly 5 cats in here. I know I have 4 because I
Oh
can
my
see
gosh.
4.
Let's go for the record.
Ooh.
Sweet.
There we go. This is the Chinese restaurant with the Benny Spaceport sign.
I like it.
Love it. I love those little AC units on the top too. Those are great.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad you appreciate that detail.
Yes,
Yeah.
your building Greebeling is improving.
It's greebling. Yes, it is. Everything is about greebling.
Your greebles will wobble, but they won't fall down.
All right, so this is a rare sighting because he never comes out anyway. But
Oh, look at that tiger face.
this is
Huge.
Dante.
Hello.
Say hello, Dante. He's like, no, I don't want to say hi. No one say hi.
Oh, someone's being camera shy.
He's a little, yeah. He's just shy in general. But his full name is Dante Alagari Knutson. So we also call him Dante's Inferno for fun, right? He's done. He's like, that's it.
He has that Hellraiser face look on right now.
Yeah, he's the antisocial of the clan. You were good. You did good. You won out though, don't you? Hang on a second.
Such a cat owner thing, Dana.
I know.
I have a low scale.
My dog's name is Sunny. And Chris's dog's name is Bo.
Bo.
You
Hey,
know.
and I even named my dog after Bo and Luke Duke.
Yada,
What
yada.
was that, Mark? I'm sorry.
What is it? 4 or 5 names?
All of our cats have at least 12 names, but at least 3 official given names. So yes, it is a cat thing. It's
There were at least 30 syllables in that name.
I did that when I was a kid. Our cat had 4 names. One cat had 4 names.
Well, I mean, multiples of our cats all have like a gajillion nicknames. I mean, there's like a meme that where something like on Reels or something like tell us your cat's name and then all the names you call them. I'm like, no, that would take me forever. I would go past the 60 seconds that I'm allowed to do a reel. Which is not happening.
Bo is Bo or Knucklehead. That is pretty much it for Bo. So Dingus. Oh, I forgot. I call him Dingus. When he goes out, walks the yard, and doesn't take a dump, and then he's a dingus. So
Axel plays.
That's what my wife calls me when I do the same. So,
what, you take a crap in your yard? I mean, I'm okay with that, but
well, I try not to though, because I don't like being called a dingus.
That's very Jim. That's very Jim Carrey of you for taking a crap in your yard. But
wait, are you not housebroken? Is that what you're?
Hey, it's taken me a long time to get to this point. So,
Oh well, that's hilarious.
We're proud of you.
That's why he
Thank you.
That's why he has to stay in and do stop motion.
yeah, yes, yeah.
and all that implies.
Oh, although Meredith, did you see Meredith's name for their dog, Doug Jeremiah Jefferson Nugent Edgewood's Bell?
Wow.
It's on his papers.
Uh,
It's on his papers. He's got papers.
It's always funny when I take my cat to the vet and they'll be like, and who do we have today? And I'm like, it's Cassie. And they're like, and what's Cassie's last name? And I'm like, I guess mine.
Did she keep her original name from a previous?
Mine, when I adopted her, she did not come with a name. We adopted another kitten that my ex kept, and it was 3 cats that were evacuated from Louisiana because of an impending hurricane. And one of them was Cajun, and hers was Zydeco. She kept Zydeco. She liked it. And the other one was also, it was like another type of, it was like a Louisiana music or something nickname.
wait, does your cat have an accent?
It did have a funny meow. I will
He
say.
goes "Hi, meow. Last what I say is meow. Well, he just goes meow.
It was one of those cats that didn't meow so much as squeaked. It was like squeak.
Meow, listen here.
Meow. Listen here, meow.
All right, meow.
Look at meow. That's awesome. All right, so we have this is a messy Thursday. If you don't join us on Monday, Messy Monday is just us talking, and we'll do a spin around the room here. But I am frantically trying to build a building for tomorrow for our show because I put it off until this point, and so we're just kind of chatting and everything. So any topics or questions in the chat, go ahead. But let's do a quick spin around the room. We'll start with our own baby spaceman that's here with us today. Hey, what's up, Adam? How are you?
Goo goo gaga. I'm doing good. I will say I can't hold a candle to all the baby space that's going on in Mr. Trouble's bricking world over here. My Instagram feed has been nothing but baby space of all of his amazing builds, which are awesome, by the way.
I appreciate that.
But yeah, lots of busyness. I took some time off for the last few months, just kind of doing personal stuff and lots of life stuff at the beginning of the year. And now I'm back working on Lego and video content and doing all kinds of. Oh, nice! When did that happen? I just noticed somebody did that. It's official now. But yeah, no, working on lots of Lego. I'm prepping for Atlanta BrickCon, which is exciting. I have no idea how I'm supposed to finish all the stuff that I'm doing. Right now, I am sorting, though. We've been sorting like crazy, doing prep for the parts draft that Emily is doing, my wife. I am sorting otters. I have quite a few of them here that I'm very excited about. So,
Yay, otters.
yay, otters. Very exciting. But
I'm
yeah.
very excited about the parks draft, by the way.
Yeah, she's been putting a lot of work into it. We have bins on bins of lots of great parts. So I snagged the last slot in that parts draft for Saturday. So it's gonna be good.
Did you end up using the Harbor Freight sorting containers? Or
We
you
did.
use
I think she bought the same ones that you got, and we're just gonna
Okay.
detach the lids from them.
Yeah.
But she finished sorting, and now she's just kind of organizing all of the parts in the bins, the way that makes sense the most. So it's the Queer Eye set is the set that she's parts drafting. It's a really
Yeah.
good parts draft set. There's a lot of
yeah.
good parts in it. I was really surprised because I thought it would be not that great, but it actually is.
What I find
I bought
entertaining
one.
about what I find entertaining about this whole conversation is you guys are actually pre-sorting the draft, where normally I show up at a draft and they open up the boxes or they open up whatever, and the whole group sorts it all right there and then. You're cutting to the chase. You're
Yep.
taking all that work out of it.
I mean, it's got to be efficient somehow. And I know for Emily's drafts, it's during Atlanta BrickCon. It's Saturday at 4:30, I think, or 4. And the dinner for that night, the A-full dinner, is like at 6 or 7. So it's a very small window. So they want to we're going to be moving kind of quick. So, but I'm looking forward to it. She's been really excited.
Well, that's
The other
good because
issue-
that takes a whole lot of time.
Yep.
I mean, wasted time that you can hang out with buds, sorting out those parts. So
Exactly.
that's really cool. That's super
Yep.
cool.
The other issue is we don't have like a back. Like when we go to Brick World, there's like these side rooms where everybody could just sit there and sort, and we're not in the general. We're not going to have that, from what I understand. So
Right.
doing the
Oh.
pre-sort speeds up the draft, and it also like gets us out of the chaos of whatever's going on the floor.
I was not aware that there was not rooms to do stuff in.
There are
There
at
is-
that convention center, but they don't have them for this one, is what I understand. So
Now it makes sense.
That's good to know. So are you guys? I mean, I don't know. Is Emily helping out with other stuff or just the parts draft?
yeah, I think she volunteered for a few slots for Peach Lug business volunteering, and I mean we're both going to be around the entire time, so we'll be volunteering and helping set up, tear down, that kind of stuff. So we'll be around and doing stuff. I know the Beyond the Brick, the Hanlons are crashing at our place, so we'll be having them over and running around shooting videos, I'm sure, at some point. So it'll be a busy weekend. I'm really looking forward. And of course, we will have Jeff as well there. Jeff, I think you're in this parts draft that I'm mentioning. Yeah, I think you are doing that, right?
I signed up for both of them.
Okay, good.
Oh.
Sweet.
So yeah, I'll be there.
And we will have a brief visit from a certain panelist that lives in Cleveland, at least for setup
Just
on
leave it
Friday
on.
morning. I think
Very nice.
I think she will get to say hi to local people. So
Oh, okay. A friend of the show, no doubt. So
friend of the show, yes.
friend of the show.
A really big show.
It's a really big show. That's right. Anyway, let's see who else is over here. Anybody? Brick Songs, hello, good to see you. I think you may be new here, or at least I haven't said hello or remembered it, which is all possible. So thank you all for being here. All right, let's see. Jeff Van Winden, have you got your passport ready? I am not going to tell you to
Pick
by
up
even
Gil along the way.
jokingly grab someone against their will to bring them, because I do not need a Facebook strike for that. So, but if you do see Gil, just go ahead and haul his old bones down here. So, how are you today?
I'm good. I'm good. Hello to Brick Songs. He was actually in our chat last night as well. He was new to our chat.
Hey,
also.
your mic is a little garbly. I don't know what's up with that.
It is?
Yes.
A little.
It sounds like you're on fast forward.
Okay, go to someone else and I'll see if I can fix it.
He sounds like that guy that used to sell the micro machines. Remember that guy? The fast talking guy? That's what he sounds like.
John Machetta. That was
John
that guy.
Machetta. That's the name. I couldn't think of it. So awesome. All
I
right.
love eating bruschetta.
Let's go to Matt. Matt, are you furiously building for the show?
So I will be building until the grand project is complete, and we did our parts selection here for the Atlanta lug for bulk lug, and I was strongly motivated to get dark gray dots because I need 15,000 of them for this project. It's fully 15% of all the dots I'm going to apply. So on bulk lug, they are cheaper than they are in bricks and pieces, and you can order more than 1,000 at a time, which is the problem with bricks and pieces. And so I got all excited. I made that my element selection, and then after we locked in the parts, there's a seller in Bricklink who literally dropped the price of buying 1,000 in half, and suddenly now the price on Bricklink is not so bad, and you can buy 10,000 at once. And I'm like, why couldn't this have happened a week earlier?
That's hilarious.
I'm still going to end up buying some dark gray dots, but I'm not going to buy as much because I want to keep working on it over the summer and not have to hold everything up for those 15,000 dark gray dots until they get here in the fall. So yes, I ordered several thousand dots from Germany, which means that I can spend bulk lug budget on bulk lug budget on some other items, which I no doubt will definitely do that. Speaking of tray, so Adam was just talking about these things, and so one of the things I'm trying to do is have all the dot colors available in a relatively compact thing. So as I'm working on this, I don't have like 5 trays sitting out. I've got 1 tray, and this is the dominant colors that I'm using. But then I was like, I can't quite fit them all into this one. So I swung by Harbor Freight, and generally I like the larger bins because why wouldn't you want more storage capacity? But in this case, I just needed a couple more. So I got kind of the 3/4 tray, which gets me enough. So all the colors that I need for this project are available in these 2 little folders. So that's pretty awesome. And since I frequently do this on the table in front of the TV, if we're watching something, like last night we started watching the Fleischmann's Not Okay, or Fleischmann's in Trouble. I think it's Fleischmann's in Trouble. So I was doing that while the show was on. So I got that kind of arranged. I'm going to go through a ton of these mosaic plates, which at one point was going to be one of my selections for bulk lug. And I noticed that the bulk lug price was almost not any cheaper than just buying on bricks and pieces. And so I thought, well, I'm not going to blow a bulk lug selection if there's no price advantage. So I ordered 54 of these from Bricks-A-Lot in the United States, Bricklink store. I've ordered from them a couple times, and they had free shipping if you order over a certain dollar amount. And when I picked up the box, and that because it arrived this week, and I thought, well, I made my money on the free shipping because I'm sure it cost a penny or two to ship 54 of these babies, because they consume a fair amount of volume, and they're not super heavy, but they're not light either. And then in the other, we got a couple of little things that arrived today. So I did place an order of a bunch of these from Bricks and Pieces so that I could get GWP. And so we got the rabbit, which, okay. But this one This was the mini modular kind of set. There's going to be one of 4. It's actually quite affordable. For example, in contrast, whatchamacallit, the Blacktron set is going for about $45 to $50 GWP. And this one came out, you can get it for about $40, $45 US. But if you're going to order it from Europe, there are people selling it for as little as $33. But I'm kind of gambling. I don't plan on opening this. I'm going to put it in my store. I'm kind of gambling that when the full series comes out, somebody's going to have remorse that they didn't buy the first one and want to buy this one. So I'll list it in my store. So we got the GWPs. This order is the order that the GWPs came with are these and a bunch of dots. But sadly, the dots that are not in the North America category haven't even shipped yet. I know Jeff Van Winden, when he gets to his chance, he'll get to brag about his awesome dots that showed up at his house. But sadly, the only dots that came, I only got green ones today. So that was a little bit. And then Citizen Brick arrived, which they text me because it's FedEx. I know the moment it touched down. And I swear that these things always arrive on the days that I'm away from the house teaching. I'm never home when these things arrive. Like every single time I'm like checking my phone in between classes. Oh, it's there. I don't get to see it yet because I'm at work. But so they had some printed tiles and stuff. But in particular, I was interested in this. So this is a control room. And you line it all up, and it kind of looks like a control room in a nuclear power plant. So
I love
this would
those.
That's cool.
work great if you have the Homer Simpson and you want to put Homer Simpson in the nuclear control plant. So I thought this was some really great printed parts in it. So this I literally just opened this up a few minutes ago.
You know, you
And
could
then,
put
as always,
in your Jetsons tower, you could put some of those and make a little George Jetson sitting in front of them.
Yeah.
He could be pushing his one button that he has to push.
And then we got a few printed tiles. So we've got the beware of the dog. And this is, I think, my favorite one. It's the flammable minifig on fire.
That's great.
This would also be great if you were doing like a minifig zombie apocalypse or something, like, you know, zombie minifigs on fire or something. This is also one of my favorites too. Stay safe. Days since last accident, set back to 0. I guess you could put that right next to the flaming minifig. What else do we have here? We have, eye safety, and the minifig literally has something sticking, like it looks like a pencil stuck on their eye socket. Awesome. I can't believe that official Lego would make something like that. What else we have? We've got the Danger high voltage electrocution minifig, and Dana, this one you need for your blue hands. Safety first. Don't have your hand come out of its socket.
That's great.
I like it.
And then, of course, this arrives today, and on my Instagram, I see a post from Brick Citizen. Oh, we have this other thing in stock, and I'm like, my order just came today. Like, now you get something in stock that I also wouldn't mind having. I don't want to pay shipping again, and the other thing about Citizen Brick that I like is that it comes in their own specific tissue paper.
Oh yeah, they're
And they
branding.
have their own printed boxes.
Yeah, they're so good.
So the printing's always really nice, and there's often a sense of humor about it, and they look pretty good to me. And the packaging, I mean, they really bring the total game. So they've got the printing, they've got the creativity, the branding. They've got a nice sort of very recognizable logo. If you're on Instagram and you follow them, you'll see their stuff show up. So once again, Citizen Brick has parted me from my cash by when I saw the like, fire safety minifig, and I was like, I need that. I don't know where it's gonna go, but I need that.
They get you with slick marketing, and no, I'm sorry. No, they're actually just like top notch when it comes to branding and comes to giving people what they want, and also not taking themselves too seriously. Yet they really put out a really good product. So
Yeah,
kudos.
there's
to them.
we all know that there's multiple companies that make their own printed minifigs and printed tiles and things like that, and I mean, they're competing with those companies, and they consistently put out things that I'm like, if I'm going to buy a third party tile, I'm going to buy their third party tile because
Right.
it makes me laugh, or I just think it's a great idea.
Yeah, it's amazing, super amazing. All right, show us your progress there on your mosaic.
So I'm really hurting. The colors that I'm missing that I need the most are dark gray and dark green, and I'm completely out of those. So this particular section that I'm working on right now, this one has a lot of missing colors. The rest of it's out on the floor in the hallway. So when I get I've got one entire top to bottom panel complete, and when I get the second one in, I'll bring it in and like lean it against the wall. The other thing I really am going to have to figure out. So I now have enough of the dots coming that I'll be pretty close to having enough to finish the thing before Chicago. And the speed with which this is coming together, I kind of think unless something happens in March, I kind of feel like I might have all the panels done by Chicago. So that means I need to really start figuring out how I'm going to set it up and have the thing not fall over.
Correct.
So
Yes, you do.
I'm going to need to look into the frame system that Dana's Instagram buddy sent us some pictures about. He does it. A local lug person, Connor, who's in sort of tech, not technical, but in like structural design. He's a CAD designer. He messaged me about it, and I said, "Well, I'm going to show you the pictures, and if you have like a better idea of how to like get a 10-foot wall of mosaic plates not to fall over, not to flex either."
10 feet.
That's the other thing is what's that?
Oh yeah,
10 feet.
Adam,
Wow.
you haven't heard, have you?
No, 10
gonna
feet
be-
is a lot. That's a lot.
10 feet wide by 6.5 feet tall. That's the size of the
Holy
original
cow.
painting, and that's how big this is going to be.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's a monster.
It's taller than me. The first section that I've done is taller than me. The problem is that even if I lean against the wall, if I push it flat up against the wall, it falls forward. And if I bow it out at the bottom so that it tips against the wall, it gets real wiggly. So I do need to stabilize. I've done some experiments with like sticking plates on at the four-way intersection, and that does stiffen it up a bit, but it still flexes quite a lot. So
You gotta get-
structural issues will need to be
You gotta
addressed.
get that piping and zip ties,
Yeah, zip ties, for
zip ties and
reasons.
pipes.
I need to try some of the pipes. I need to buy some of the things that he uses and do a trial run and just look at how stable it is.
It's all done with zip ties and piping nowadays. So
It's all ball bearings and
40 weight motor oil and ball bearings.
Yep.
What did that come from?
Fletch.
Ah, you Fletch.
That's from Fletch? I've seen
Yeah.
Fletch. I just didn't remember that scene. Because
It's where he's they're in like a airport hangar and he's got the big teeth in. He goes, "There's a tremendous amount of gluck on this windshield." Woo! And he wipes it off and everything. I love that.
I completely forgot that scene. I've seen the movie. I just don't remember that scene.
He's faking being the engineer. He goes, "I need some gauze pads."
I've actually heard that the new Fletch movie with John Hamm, that John Hamm actually does, dare I say, a better Fletch. I don't know how that's possible, but that's what I've heard. So
Okay.
I haven't watched it yet myself, but I'm intrigued.
Well, I think he probably plays Fletch as it was written in the books that were produced. But they became a vehicle for Chevy Chase to be all Chevy Chase.
True.
which is not a bad thing. Those movies are some of my favorites. So
Yeah, I was gonna say I think the original Fletch movies were pretty funny.
Oh yeah, no, they're good. Yeah.
I love the second one with the televangelist, and his problem is hemorrhoids, but but he gets on the headphones. Well, it's time for you to expose. Oh, it's so funny.
Clearly, I need to go back and rewatch Fletch because I don't
You
remember
the
that. either.
second Fletch where it's
Fletch lives.
Yeah, Fletch Lives is great. It got panned. It was not as popular, but I love it. Cleavon Little from Blazing Saddles is in that movie, and he's hilarious. The car doesn't have any brakes, so he's like, well, you can stop, but you got to think ahead a little bit. And he keeps hitting things with the car.
That was one of those movies where I got to college and one of my best friends, actually I still talk to him almost every day on Messenger. And he's talking about Fletch and I'm like, Fletch, he goes, you've never seen Fletch? I'm like, no. And he goes, all right, come on my dorm room. We're going to watch it. So it was part of my like cultural remedial education because I was not allowed to see lots of movies as a young person.
And this is a good friend. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Having never met or talked to him, he is probably one of your best friends ever because he did you right by introducing you to those things. So,
I mean, he's so good of a friend that I just asked him to be a character reference for me. So, that's
maybe you should have rethought that. I don't know.
Yeah, I showed him Fletch, and he's been deranged ever since. So Fletch and chill.
Fletch and chill.
Hello, Nick. Welcome to the show. All right, let's go back. Jeff Van Winden, did you fix your mic? Did you figure out what was up?
I think so. Is it better now?
No.
It's not better.
No.
Oh.
It's popping and stuff. I don't know.
it's
weird.
better, but it's still weird.
Actually, he left.
He
It's
just
this
left.
device not connected, so maybe he has to jiggle the plug or something.
Sometimes you gotta jiggle the plug.
But if
Yeah, I
you jiggle it too much, you're accused of playing with it. So
Can you
It's
hear
all
me
about the
now?
dongle.
Any better?
Oh yeah.
Hey.
It is.
Yeah.
So literally leaving the stream worked.
Yes.
So a while ago we were talking about, or you were showing off billboards. I have an old school one that Dave Cadiz and I used to put on our space layouts.
I love
Hoping that
it.
someone would rent our space layout, but no one ever got the joke because the space rent. Anyways, yeah,
It was
corny.
too
I like
highbrow.
it. I like it. I approve.
That's a little that's a little highbrow. Yeah.
So you might have seen my load lifter in the past few years that I built. That's extremely back heavy because it's got 3 weighted bricks inside of it. I
It's cute.
had a little accident last week where one of them was, because it's back heavy, if it tips anyway, if it moves at all, it basically tries to tip over if it's unweighted or if it's on an uneven surface. So it fell on the floor. So I'm in the process of rebuilding one and building another one because I need 3 in total. So luckily I have all the parts to do it, which is good, as these are falling on their backs. Almost ready for Atlanta BrickCon. I did get my December 2nd bricks and pieces order in today, December 2nd. So what are we talking, like a month and almost 2 months ago that I ordered it.
Oh wow.
And I got it today. So Matt, even though I
2
got
months.
mine today, it's still I waited a long time for it. So and it has like 9 of those, or yeah, I bought 15 of those base plate pieces, which I ended up ordering from Burkina because I needed some, because I wasn't sure if I'd get all the parts to finish my classic space mosaic beforehand. So Matt, I'm gonna just sell those to you at whatever the cost was,
Sweet.
because I know you
Thank
need
you,
them.
sir.
Don't
It's
take mercy on him.
$500.
No. Don't give him a deal.
No, $500 a piece. That's what I paid for them.
Oh, okay. Then that's
Yeah.
Canadian.
Money is no object when you're in the pursuit of great art. So.
I also I need another ship for my layout, another cargo container. So I built this one years ago, and I love this windscreen. I think that's the best
that's
windscreen
wow.
I've ever made.
dude, that's
Wow.
great. I've never seen that before.
That's awesome.
Fantastic.
That is in the Ultra Agent set. It came in this color and trans orange.
No,
Love
I've
that.
seen the canopy and I love it, but I've never seen
Oh,
your
the ship.
mock with that on there.
Yeah, so I built this years ago, and the white faded in certain areas. So I ended up rebuilding it yesterday, making the cockpit better, like making it a little more detailed inside. It originally had an interior wall for strength, so one of the doors would open up, and you could put the little cargo container pieces in. But I've now made it differently, so you can open it up on both sides, and I still have to finish the
Ooh.
interior, but I can fit a cargo container inside, basically. So this will be on one of my Hainer pads in the open formation, and it just perfectly fits on the pad, which was a complete fluke. So
Even
so,
better.
You're not supposed to admit that. You're supposed to say just the way I planned.
Yeah, well, I planned it like 10 years ago when I built this. I planned it for this pad that I hadn't even thought of yet. Yeah, that's it.
That's it. That works.
Other than that, I've still got one Bricklink order that's in the mail that'll hopefully get to me between now and Tuesday. I bought a couple of easels, and they came in today for hanging or putting my Classic Space Mosaic on. I'm not 100% sure if it's going to work. And for now until Tuesday, when I'm leaving, I'm going to be basically trying to starfield the back of my Mosaic, because it's not as big as these guys. It's 6.5 by 2.5 feet roughly.
Yeah, that's teeny tiny.
That's teeny tiny compared. Oh no, 6 feet by 2.5. I think is the
You're
It's
leaving
15
Tuesday.
15 by 5. I'm leaving here Tuesday, staying at a friend's on the far side of Toronto, so that I don't have to drive through Toronto at like 7 o'clock in the morning. So I'm
Wise.
basically doing a 2-hour drive Tuesday, and then the bulk of my drive will be Wednesday and then Thursday morning. So, but yeah, I'm still I've got other cargo containers. I need to, like, these are 8x8s, and I need to make these smaller too. So lots of stuff going on, lots of work to keep me busy. No time to actually do anything fun other than Lego, because Lego's fun. But
That's right.
Windows 3.1 screensaver, Stever. My company, that's what they do for our screensavers. So
Now,
Lisa,
are you
remember
like?
the pipe
are you like-
screensaver?
too many
Remember the
questions.
pipe screensaver that you used to have,
Yeah.
the little 3D pipe?
Oh yeah, the flying toasters.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I love those. Anyway, I'm sorry, I cut somebody off. What were you saying?
I was going to ask him. I know Jeff works IT. Do you have an IT job like Dana, where you can actually Lego while you're in meetings, or not?
Sometimes in meetings, yes, if it's a meeting that's just a general that I don't have to participate in. I'm a developer versus Dana being an IT type dude. So, I mean, I do have
networking.
an IT dude. With my job, it's ebbs and flows. So right this week, it happens to be the week that I've got a lot of work to get done. But like 2 weeks ago, it was pretty quiet. So I was able to maybe not necessarily build, but I was able to strategize some of the stuff and, things like that. Figure out what I needed for parts and stuff. So yeah. And I shaved last night or this morning. That's why I'm currently beardless again. Sorry, guys. I couldn't handle it. It was driving me crazy.
Look, well, you're gonna match
needed to-
Space Baby over there instead of the rest of us.
Yeah, I needed to balance out with Adam here. And
Yep.
I'm surprised
Well-
you didn't change my name to Man Baby, but anyway.
we need a like if I'm Space Baby and Dana's doing all the Space Baby stuff, he could be Space Daddy.
Space Daddy.
If
You
that
want
comes
Dana to
with
be
a
your daddy, is that
whole
what
different set of rules.
This is
Hey,
going you have caused my
comment.
17-year-old
No
to cringe
comment.
heavily over here. So.
Dana, one quick question for you. On your mosaics, is that the exact same star field on every one, or did you like randomize it, or?
I did not randomize it. I just left it default through all of them. In hindsight, I probably would have wanted to randomize it, but
Okay.
I just left the star field the way it was.
Yeah, okay. I've got like another 4,000 dots to put down. I probably don't have enough, but that's okay. So I'm just trying to figure out how to go about it. I might put a planet in the back of mine, but
I think you should if you're going to go, because if you got the real estate, add a planet in there. Definitely.
yeah. Well, at least the bottom of or a corner of a planet or something. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's either that or I try and build a dot size like 497 or something like that.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I don't know how well that'll work, but anyway, things in my head that might not get done. We'll see.
Time will tell.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Let's go to Mr. Sandlin. What's up?
I have spent this show sort of dressing up the space billboard on top of my restaurant. So
Space.
Nice.
That's cool.
Very cool.
Did you add the dots?
I did. I added like the little sort of railing with the, made it look more like a billboard, so it's not just a flat thing. And there's the restaurant, whatever. So yeah, it's fun. That'll be fun having the show. And then I also wanted to say hi to Podbricks, who at least was in the chat earlier. I don't know if she's still there, but she is a friend from over on the talk. So
I missed her. Oh, there she was. Oh, that's awesome.
Yep.
Hello, Podbricks.
So she said she would watch for a bit. She has a show of her own with Ken Nerd that they do at 9 o'clock. So they're I don't think they stream it to YouTube, but they do stream it to Twitch. There she is. They stream it to Twitch and Instagram and TikTok. So there's Podbricks in the chat. Hey.
Yep, she's super cool. I've not been live on her show before because I don't do the TikTok lives as very much, but she invites when I'm coming by, and she's super nice and super cool. So yeah, go check her out on the TikToks or YouTube. I think they do pump it to YouTube because I think I subscribed to it. Podbricks, go ahead and put those links in the chat there. I don't mind at all, so please do. So.
Yeah, drop your links in the chat, and we will tell people to come watch when we're done here.
I don't think you can actually drop links into chat. It's a security issue. We can. You guys can as moderators, but
okay, it's better.
Okay.
I think your internet's got maple syrup in it tonight, so it kind of sticks a little bit. So
you were motoing again.
You can't put
I just want to say that I missed the comments. I missed the comments earlier, so I didn't see this till now. But Moto, my character references, yes, they are a character.
The dad jokes.
And then Brahm actually, so Brahm, I don't know if Brahm, you're still listening, but the idea of putting a layer of plates under the dots, I very seriously considered that. And then I started adding up the cost in my head of what an additional layer of Lego would add up. And then there's the issue of, while it would stiffen it after it was constructed, I need to be able to break it down into fairly manageable size chunks to put in a vehicle to drive to Chicago and other shows. So there's a trade-off of the more stiff and permanent you make it, the harder it is to transport. And since I don't have a trailer like VW, stiff and easy to transport, what?
I was waiting for someone to say something about that.
I need
you're right. I should have said.
I don't know what that means, and just
the firmer you make it.
I don't.
No, but you got to be.
I would watch that. That would be exciting.
No, but see, for your mosaics, Matthew, it needs to be a grower, not a shower.
That's a good point. I completely agree.
Yeah.
Which one do I want to do? Do I want to do the PG-13 or do I want to do?
I think it's a little late if you're not prepared.
This one.
Yeah, that was a little. We're getting slow on the pull there.
Yeah.
I know. Oops, I'm hitting the button.
Well, he's usually got those things ready to go when I'm on the big screen versus say Matthew or Jeff A. Wyndham. But
look, I'm building a building. All right, I've put already an alien. I put an alien.
Taxing. I know it's already taxing.
It's an arcade. The side of the building that may be exposed is going to have an alien painted on the side. So I'm trying to do all these things while y'all are goofing around.
Are we commenting about the fact that Chris is going to be exposing himself?
Oh no, I didn't even notice that till you pointed it out.
Is he frozen? No, he's not frozen.
He's just disappointed.
Our show
is definitely going to be banned after this.
He's
shadow banned.
He's too tired to even. That's what that is.
I'm so hired. Even.
I'll start hitting the shenanigans button, and I'll just hit it. I'll hit it forever. So
I can pivot from this if you'd like me to. So our lug bulk.
I'll just do that. That's just where we are right now. So yes, what was that, Adam?
I was gonna say I had a moment of sadness when, I don't know why, but I'm feeling the allure of other themes lately. In our lug bulk, we have our Black Falcons, picks, our minifig torsos for Black Falcons. But unfortunately, the horse barding that costs $40 a piece on Bricklink did not make it into lug bulk, despite my earnest pleas with the group. But I was elated today to discover that it was just posted on Pick-a-Brick for $5 a piece.
There you go. There you go.
Perfect timing. Perfect timing.
So
Yeah.
I will just point out that if there is a must-have piece, that's what your lock-in is for.
Hey, I also want to be, contribute to what the group needs. And I put a vote towards Duplo Brick that never made it through, towards your Duplo Brick that you pushed for, Matthew.
Well, so there are two schools of thought when it comes to lug bulk. You've got a specific project that you want to get, and you go after that, or
Sorry, I'm muted. We can't have this kind of talk in the chat. That's not allowed.
just come to cast.
I'm saying bad things while wearing a space shirt. I know.
But to your point, though,
I'll
there
just
are two
cover
schools.
myself here.
There are two schools. There are get the parts that you know you need because you got a long-term project, or you go with the votes for the greater good, and that's what you did. So
I did. Yes.
that's how it works.
And
However, on the other hand, locked in 3 colors of dots. So
I would say too that it plays out different every year. I would say last year I split my votes to 3 parts that I liked and talked them up on the Facebook, and I think all 3 of the parts I talked up made the list. And this year the trans clear 2x2 Duplo did not make the list, and the olive green palm branch, which I really thought other people would vote for, that did not make the list either. So some years you win, some years you lose. I might lock one of those in next year if they're available and they're still super expensive on Bricklink. All's fair in love and war. But the thing that killed me is when we first started up with Bulk Lug, the first couple of years, we're locking in all the new masonry colors, and there's only a handful of colors. Then the next year there's more colors, and the next year. This year, I swear, we put every masonry brick on the list, and I'm sitting there going, I don't even need half of these. I only need 2 of the colors. The rest of these I got in the other years, but other
we have
people
new
went around.
members.
Yeah,
We have
new
people
members.
involved.
We do.
So I've come to the conclusion that there will be masonry bricks every year, and there will be some sort of foliage every year. It's just how it's going to be. It's how it's going to be.
That makes sense. That makes sense. All right, let's see. So we haven't been to Dana. Dana, you can jump in here. What's up with in your world?
What is up in my world? I am building a big. I'm not going to hold up this one because it's still in process. So we'll put that there a second. But I am building a crater that will actually sit along the center of 4 base plates, utilizing the mills. So this is the first foray into that, and I actually think, in hindsight, that this might actually be where I'll do multiples of these, but I'm probably only going to get this one done for next week, and then probably some smaller holes in some other places, because I really want us, if we're going to go mills, I want us to take advantage. Yeah, I know. What are we talking about? I really want us to take advantage of the fact, if we're using mills, I want us to be able to go down and up and really utilize that. So I'm going to start doing that. And because Jeff Van Winden and Matthew and Mark talked about billboards, I went downstairs real quick and got my welcome.
Woo!
Yay.
And
Newly
this was-
printed.
This
That's a
was
new
printed by the lovely Chris Campbell using my artwork, which I actually had never had the chance to play with, doing vector graphics from a flat file, which was interesting. So learned some things about that. But yeah, that works. So that's fun. So we got that'll. So we're gonna have billboards galore, which is gonna be great. As you guys, I missed Monday. I'm sorry, I had some stuff that was going on. Needed to not be on the show. but I did build a little Baby Space 918.
Yay!
Which now I've set the standards. So now I will build a 924 and a 928 to go with it, utilizing the build structure from that. I think you guys have seen other things. I don't know when the last time I was on. We've got the rocket launcher, of course.
Yay!
Looks just like the original. Got the little canopy there, the little crane portion. Of course, you guys saw the two-seater. And then, of course, the XL X1 patrol craft. I did a couple rovers. Here's a sneak peek. I haven't shown this yet, but I did the little space sled.
Ooh.
So that'll probably get posted tomorrow or somewhere along the line. And then I also did the little digger
Awesome.
with the little yellow because that's what all the sets with bulldozers came with little yellow bricks. So. And then today, right before, as Chris was mentioning, do other people have time to build things while they're working? I decided to go ahead and build the Alpha 1 rocket base in Baby Space.
Space.
Oh,
So space.
So space. So my intention is to, by ABC, if all goes the way I want to, I will have a mirror in Baby Space to what Chris has in, what are we calling the new space?
I don't know.
Neospace.
No, because it's not technically Neoclassic Space, because there is Neoclassic Space, which is its own thing. But are we calling this like Pisaki Space or something like that?
Yeah, we should call it Psyche Space. That would
Saki Space. So Chris is Saki Space, and then Baby Space. And so we will both have the same sets. And Chris, I'm wondering, and I don't think we'll have the space, that I wonder if I should bring the originals so that we would have Saki Space, Classic Space, and Baby Space all on one table.
You'll have enough to fill a whole convention center now. Just SpaceCon. It's all Lego space.
Well, I mean, that is our ulterior motive down the road anyway. Is
Eventually.
ClassicSpace.com as its own convention. I don't know. We'll figure. I mean, we first got to get Old Gray Bricks. We first have to get Old Gray Bricks to be an R-Lug, and then we can have the next level to be SpaceCon. So we'll see.
So wait. If we do that though, we can't do like double dip into the pool of
lug bolt? No, we could not. We could not double dip. But I think it would be hard for us to get OGB lug to be at a level where we could actually be recognized and get to do lug bulk. If that was the case, that would be entertaining, but we'll see. Time will tell. Never know.
It would be.
Did we lose? We lost Matthew. How
Did Matthew leave? Did Matthew get ticked off and leave us?
It could be.
Did somebody
Maybe.
say something about dots?
Hang on a second. I got two more cats who went out.
You and your cats. What the?
Go. I don't know. My wife is at home all day and I'm home all day, but they all want to come in here when I'm doing something. It's a cat thing.
It is. I'm surprised Bo's not down here, although I think it's time. He likes to go to bed. So I think Mel went to bed, so he's done for the day. So
He's out. He's done.
I don't know how to do this.
You are just troubled with. All right, 4 out of 5s are now leaving.
I don't know what I'm doing. Okay.
Otters.
Otters.
I may or may not have just ordered a few more.
I
so.
see your otters, and I will raise you otters.
Is the otter on Bricks and Pieces?
It's not yet, not to my knowledge. It might be, but I haven't
Considering
seen
it just came out January 1st, it'll be probably a few months before the otter shows up.
Mhm.
And the big castle is on there with all the figs or some of the figs on Bricks and
Yes.
Pieces, but the Explorer doesn't have its printed parts on there, which is
No, it does not. Which I'm really curious why the castle pieces are showing up on Bricks and Pieces, but the classic space ones are not. I'm really,
That is curious.
I think it's very curious that has happened, because when Intense had mentioned that, castle pieces were up on Bricks and Pieces, and I was like, oh, but classic space torsos, and I was like, that
Mhm.
sucks. So yeah,
What up
Which
with
will-
that?
which will be very interesting, because I already know that the price of minifigure parts has gone up drastically on Bricks and Pieces, where you used to be able to get like torsos or legs for like 20 cents a piece or something like that, and now they're like 66 cents,
Mhm.
or and some torsos are like $1, and I'm like, okay, that's crazy. So
Mhm.
I'm even guessing that if the classic space printed pieces or torsos show up on Bricks and Pieces, that they will be, like $1.50 for a torso. And it's like, all right, I'm glad I got, we're getting them in lug bulk. So,
That's actually, I haven't. So maybe that means they're about to come on there, because I didn't even see those as sold out.
yeah, I
the other
didn't know.
day, so.
Well, I had the sold out turned off by automatic, so I don't see them. So,
I turned it on and they weren't. I didn't see them there. So so maybe that means they're going to show up. So that would be great.
because I thought about trying to maybe see if we could get some of those in lug bulk, but then I thought about, I'm like, I'd want like 10 a piece or something.
Right.
I don't need 100 of them. So,
Yeah. That's one to get on Bricks and Pieces for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. All right. See what's over here in the chat. Oh, see you, Moto. See y'all next week. Is he coming to the? He's not coming to the show, is he?
no, he's just telling us he's going to see us next week. Like,
Okay.
as in, I'll see you next week. I'll
I'm
see
just
you
making
later.
sure. I'm making sure.
I don't know. He could be flying in. Who knows?
That would be awesome. I saw where Joshua and Caleb is from season 2. The Newcastle brothers, one of them is coming. I didn't realize
Mhm.
he's coming. That's awesome.
Very cool.
I think Jacob and Caleb are their
Jacob
names.
and Caleb. So Jacob is coming, I believe. So
Yes, I believe.
that's cool. Not Cheesy Studios one, but the other. But that's awesome.
Yeah.
And Tim Kroll, and he's going to be there. So that's
Mhm.
cool.
I've heard our friend Dom might be coming as well too. So,
Dom is coming, and
coming?
Ethan is coming, and a couple others. Lego Joey we talked about is coming. So the TikTok crowd there.
Yeah,
well represented, so.
I talked to Dom, and evidently Lego Joey is driving from New York down to the Philadelphia area to pick up Dom and then drive him here.
Oh, wow.
Mhm.
So they're road tripping.
That's cool.
Yeah, Joey
They're
messaged
gonna be-
me and told me
They'll
that.
be TikToking the whole way and making videos of them traveling.
Oh, to be 20 something and do a road trip.
Yes.
Oh, wait. Chris Campbell and I did that, and no, we didn't like it. We didn't want. I don't recommend it again. Of course, we were also driving a box truck that had a wheel fall off in the last.
That would have
Quarter mile.
made great content though, Dana. You should have been filming all of that.
After a 16, almost 18-hour drive or 17-hour drive, or whatever it was, and then having the wheel almost basically fall off the truck. No, I was not in the mood to film
That is so amazing that it did not fall apart until you were leaving his neighborhood. So
Well, no, literally, we were coming up the hill to his house. I was getting gas so that we could drop the truck off, and it was like, something's not right. that
That was quite the adventure.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was
Mm.
crazy. I'm not opposed to
Dana
driving.
had so much fun. He wants to do it all over again next summer.
by the way, baby monorail.
Ooh, yeah.
Actually, there's a guy on Facebook in space, or was it? I forget. One of the classic space groups that's not the Nazi classic space group. He actually has done a baby monorail using the railroad or the roller coaster track for his monorail, which actually looks pretty good.
Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Super cool. All right. Well, we're about at an hour, so we'll start to shut this thing down. Thank y'all for hanging out with us today. If you're in the Atlanta area this weekend at Trains in Kennesaw, our town group and some space guys who are building town will be displaying their stuff, and so you can come by there. It's a pretty neat museum to come see all the trains and not be super bored, just regular bored, seeing the trains. And then on the weekend after, and hopefully maybe Monday, Nick and Amanda may join us. I swapped messages back with them. They may join us Monday. They are super mega busy getting ready for the show, which is not this weekend, but the next weekend, Atlanta Brick Convention, and you'll want to be there. Hopefully we'll have plenty of friends coming in, even some surprise friends that are coming to hang out with us. And this basically in our part of the country replaces Brick Fair, Alabama, which is seemingly no more. So we are awesome friends of ours are making this a bigger and bigger show. And hopefully will become a major convention in the future. So if you're in the area, you can get tickets. They're all over the internet where you can get some tickets to come hang out with us on the public days and everything like that. So,
Which, speaking of which, I'm making the assumption that we will not have a show next Thursday.
I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do. The show setup shuts down at 5. So
Right, but there are people coming into town. Well, I mean, it doesn't mean that they couldn't come and hang out at somebody's house while they're doing the stream, but it's up to you guys. Because I know some people are going to be doing dinners and stuff like that. I know, I think Cody and Aubrey are probably going to try and get together with Meredith and some people.
oh, are they? I didn't know they were coming. That's awesome.
I didn't
Yeah.
know they were coming either.
No, I mean that's it. Well, that's the unfortunate part, and I wasn't going to bring it up and make a soapbox out of it. And I think it's been brought up before that there is no listing of who's all coming.
Right.
So it's by word of mouth of knowing who's coming. But yeah, it's going to be quite a large group of people who we know from various areas. So it's going to be really
Yeah.
fun.
And that's exciting. And maybe we will not do a show on Thursday, but we'll see how good the internet is and the thing, and maybe we'll do a couple of live streams or something from the show on Friday, Saturday, something like that. So
Yeah.
we'll figure it out. But I know that Thursday we'll have to go in and zip on back because Jake's got school, at least half a day of school the next day, so we'll have to zip on back.
Yeah.
But we'll see what we can do. All right.
And if
Go ahead.
if you are local, last year both days sold out right away. So if you do want to come, you might not want to wait till day of show. That's all I'm saying.
That's true. That's true. I hope we'll have as good a crowd and more as we had last year, which was a hefty volume of public that came through to see our show. So that was really awesome. All right, guys, y'all be awesome and build awesome. Good night, everybody.